Hey guys, it's Steph from the Hot Moon Podcast, and yo, I like the fallout and the stuff that's coming out of the Phoenix Suns, because out here in Arizona, I'm a Phoenix Suns fan, so that's my squad. So this when I talk about this team, it's always going to be at a very interesting vantage point. Based on just kind of like just the sentiment I hear from people around here. Everybody's annoyed with this team. All right, like everybody is fed up with this team, but we're not about to sit up here and disrespect Mike Budenholzer, a championship head coach. Okay, so there's reports now. Like there was reports. First of all, there was reports of Devin Booker having issues with Mike Budenholzer. Now there's issues with Bradley Beal, right? Of course, the bozo who don't play games. Okay. He had the nerve, to say don't ever disrespect him. We're gonna get into his quote, but first off, Mike Budenholzer wanted Bradley Beal to be more, play more of a Jrue Holiday role, a 3-and-D guy. You know what I'm saying? But definitely the emphasis on defense, because Bradley Beal has been abysmal on defense this season. Well, ever since he's been in Phoenix, I didn't really track him in DC. Okay, but look. Bill, it was from the report from Chris Haynes. He was like, hours after the Sun gave Budenholzer the boot, NBA insider Chris Haynes reported that the head coach asked guard Bradley Beal to be the Jrue Holiday of the Suns earlier this year. Obviously, that wasn't received as Arizona Sports, as confirmed by Arizona Sports' John Gambadoro. Okay, and then Beal told Bud, "Don't ever disrespect me like that. Don't ever tell me to play like another player." Bradley Beal, what the hell is you smoking, dog? Like, Budenholzer coach a 6'3", 6'4" guard. You have almost the same build as him. Okay, he saw the contributions that the type of player that Jrue Holiday is. It's an absolute compliment for you to be compared to a champion, which you are not. A durable champion, might I add to that. Okay, look. I said this yesterday, or Budenholzer's only working what he got. Okay, and as a coach, yes, he has to implement new things, but also has to relate to what has worked in the past. Okay, the NBA is not that much dramatically different than 2021. Okay, yes, we have an uptick in 3-point shooting, sure, but it's been on an uptick, prior to 2021. It's been on an uptick. Okay, look, man, they're not about to throw Budenholzer in the, but I get it. Was he a perfect coach? Could there be some? Yes, I understand that, but it all falls back on ownership and the players. Ownership's made the moves or lack of moves, therefore we're relying on the star players, which is Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, and Bradley Beal. You didn't get the job done. Now it seemed like all Budenholzer's getting all the pushback now. All of it's dumping on Budenholzer's head for no reason, okay, because of this bum. All right. You don't play games. When you try to play games, tweak this. Now I'm starting to question whether you wanted to play this whole year because you didn't like how Budenholzer was up your ass trying to get you to play defense and have a committed mindset to the team. And then what's more puzzling to me about all this, honestly, okay, if you didn't like the role that Budenholzer was, he's a head coach. Okay, look, I'm all for player empowerment, but it's gotten to the point where it's diminishing returns for player empowerment. A lot of these knuckleheaded players don't know what's good for them. All right, they feel they can come in and talk to a decorated coach when he's trying to tell you what to do. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Durant wants to slap his hand away from Budenholzer. You know what I'm saying? Like, what has Kevin Durant done the last few years compared to Budenholzer was the head coach of the team that knocked you out of the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of disrespect. Devin Booker not happy. Devin Booker getting testy with Budenholzer, and it was saying that Devin Booker had, he had to take control of the locker room or take control of the conversation or how things were called. What you can't, what, there was no control. It was in his silence. That's why Kevin Durant didn't want to leave. That's why Bradley Beal didn't want to leave because, he don't want to be coached and he know it's soft out there in Arizona. And he talking like this. Oh, don't ever disrespect me like that. Don't ever tell me to play like another player because you got no trade clause. Man, they would have been shipped your ass out if you didn't have a trade clause. This whole thing has been an absolute debacle, and this is getting pure comedy out right now. Phoenix Suns. Kevin Durant just won a hoop. All right, game never developed. Okay, just a bucket getter. All right, everybody's questioning his leadership. Oh well, people talking on ESPN. Oh well, he can lead in different. No, lead. Yeah, you can lead in both ways. The greats lead in both. Okay, it's not just, you lead just by playing or lead. No, you need to be the vocal leader and you need to be the leader on the court to example. Okay, that some of the greats have done that. Just, you know what I'm saying? Look, I get it, Kawhi, but Kawhi had pieces around him and everything like that, okay, where he didn't have to vocalize too much, okay? You know, that championship run, obviously San Antonio, there was leadership there, okay? When he went to Toronto, luckily he had Danny Green, okay, to go along with him. Okay, they had Van Vliet, they had Siakam, they had Mike Lowry, they had Kyle Lowry. You know what I'm saying? That was the leader of that team. So Kawhi didn't really need to. So there's no guy like that. If there was supposed to be a guy on the Suns team, it's Devin Booker. But Devin Booker over here getting in it with the coach, not buying in. You help the coach out, you buy in with the coach. Therefore, everybody, man, I'm not putting this on Budenholzer. I'm putting this on this bum Bradley Beal and the owner Matt Ishbia. You know what I'm saying? Bradley Beal feels disrespected to be compared to Jrue Holiday. The coach is trying to get you to buy into what Budenholzer, they got rid of Frank Vogel. Okay, cool. Okay, so you must have not liked what Frank Vogel was trying to teach your ass last year. You must have not liked what Budenholzer is trying to teach your ass this year. You know what I'm saying? This is gonna be an absolute mess. I hope we need to find a way to plant evidence or something to get him in the headlines. You know what I'm saying? We're out in Arizona, you know, find one of these bunnies to get him caught up, jammed up in a situation where it's just conduct detriment, something where he has to ask to get out. I am done with this fool. Done with this fool. You don't play games, you don't want to play defense, you don't listen to the coach. This dude's like 31, 32 years old, talking like this. Don't you ever disrespect me. Dude, what have you accomplished in your career compared to Jrue Holiday? Is better. Okay, you can maybe score better, but Jrue Holiday, you can make the case, is a better all-around player than Bradley Beal. I get Bradley Beal back in the DC Wizard days. I get it, you know, but, you know, this version we've gotten has been dead on arrival. Oh, man, I'm so tired of this fool. Oh man, I mean, and then just it just shows you that the culture, the owner, and he got all his toys, and then he allowed them to just act whatever. Yes, I get that, you know, because Booker's not happy. You know, now they want to focus their attention on making him on Devin Booker, making him happy, but he's not happy with the coach. I get that. Star player, you know, he's due for a 3-year extension worth $150 million. You know, they're gonna make every move to keep him. I understand that. I heard something like Brian Windhorst mention that, but why would he leave $150 million? I mean, look, okay, I understand, but also Devin Booker, bro, like if you're gonna stay, then you need to show better leadership quality. You can't be arguing with every coach. I don't know what the issues were with Monty Williams. I'm sure there was some shit with him. Okay, now there's probably some BS with Frank Vogel. Then there's BS with Mike Budenholzer. At some point, listen, I flamed Monty Williams rightfully so, but I'm done with him. We moved on. We've seen how we ended up in Detroit. But I mean, Frank Vogel and Budenholzer gone after 1 year. They still owe Frank $30 million. They owe Budenholzer $50 million. Are you crazy? And look, you know what? Budenholzer's probably like, you know what? Thank you, pay me my money. I'm not dealing with this. I couldn't rely on a guy who I needed him to help be that third option, really be that third option on our team defensively as well. Don't want to do it. He didn't really want to take on point guard responsibilities. He just wanted to be like another two guard out there with Devin Booker. Okay, this was a great spot for him, for Bradley Beal to show he can evolve his game, show his marketability up. You know what I'm saying? Nah, the Phoenix Suns saying we don't like Beal out here. We don't. We really don't. All right, Kevin Durant. He's Kevin Durant. I mean, we like him by default, but I mean, his laissez-faire attitude and stuff like that. He's just in the background. Yeah, he is. Yes, Devin Booker is our guy. Devin Booker is the guy that we really like and cherish here. But you know, I'm not liking what I'm hearing with the nonsense going on that he was at Wits with Budenholzer when Budenholzer's trying to add structure and add order and stability. A championship head coach, both guys probably try to do that, Frank Vogel and with the pieces we got. Frank Vogel had a worse roster probably last year than Budenholzer had this year. You know, man, absolutely a joke going on in Phoenix, man. Let me know what y'all think about all this, man. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe. I'm out.